Now, the question here, the in the story, when Muhammad he asked her, "What made you do that?" Look what she said. Read with me, please. "We wanted to know if you are a liar, in which case we would have got rid of you, and if you are a prophet, then the poison would not harm you." That's extremely dangerous. Let me be sure it is more clear for you guys in the screen. Let us do it this way. I'm making the text bigger so you guys can see it better. All right. I hope it's clear. So she is trying to determine if he is a prophet or not, and what she will do is going to confirm that if he is a prophet, God will save him. If he is not, we will get rid of this gang, this criminal who killed my family, who killed my husband, who killed my brother, who killed my kids, who killed hundreds of my tribes. Then you will see the hadith continues saying the prophet used to feel ill because of this food. Do you see it? Used to feel, so the poison already made a damage and Muhammad was dying slowly. But this is mean that the test the women she did, it was a very confirming test, because she said here, we wanted to know if you were a liar, in which case we would have get rid of you, and if you are a prophet, then the poison would not harm you, which means God will save you and you will not die because of it. But Muhammad he confirmed that he died because of the poison. Now we know there is a verse in the Quran where Muhammad he said, and supposedly this is his God talking, if you remember, Muhammad he made a chapter 69 verse number 46, and you can read a few verses before it. He said, supposedly Allah saying that if Muhammad is a fabricating Quran, we are going to cut his artery. Alright, now if he is, this is a message we send down from the Lord of the world, which is very strange, and the proof that Islam is nothing but a scam, because if the one is talking is Allah, why Allah says this is a message sent down from the Lord of the world? Who are you the one is talking? I thought you are the Lord of the world. And then if the messenger were invent any saying in our name, we would certainly seize him from his right hand, and we should certainly then cut off his artery of his heart. But hold on, this is exactly what the hadith is saying. Muhammad saying, I feel my aorta is cutting off. So Muhammad proving to us in every way, in every mean, that he is a false prophet. Even the action proving it, even the promise he make proving it, because when you say to the women, Allah will never allow that to happen to me, Allah will not let that to happen to me, Allah will never give you power to do it. Why Muhammad is saying that? Because he is a prophet, and this is exactly what the women she said to him too. We wanted to know if you were a liar, in which case we would have get rid of you, and if you were a prophet, then the poison would not harm you. And you see the hadith reported, this is a very strong hadith in many locations, in many books, the same story. All right, she said, I wanted to see if you were a prophet, then Allah would tell you about it, and if you were not a prophet, Allah would be rid of you. That's mean Muhammad he fell into the test. And the funny Muhammad he says if you eat 7 ajwa a day, which means 7 palm tree fruits a day, no poison can affect you and no black magic can affect you. And later we find that he died in poison, and he is eating 7 ajwa a day, which is additional proof that he is making up lies about eating 7 ajwa, and you will be saved, nothing will affect you. Now as long we prove in the Quran that every bad thing happened to you by the will of Allah, and everything happened to you by the will of Allah, and even Muhammad, he made a hadith about it, as you see in front of you. You can see the reference. This is Sahih al-Bukhari, hadith number 6594, as you see here. All right, here Muhammad is speaking about that any, you know, a human being, he's based in his destiny. So a human being of you will be doing the will, like his own work, his own deed, until there is a cubit between him and heaven, and then he will go to hell, because Allah, he will change his course, and what is written for him in his destiny will take over. So the one who will go to fire, he will go to hell, to heaven, and the one who will go to heaven, he will go to fire, because at the end of the day, it is not your deeds, it's not your work, it's what Allah wrote for you. But this is mean that what happened to Muhammad, as we showed you even in the Quran, that no bad thing, no harm can happen to you unless it is the permission of Allah. That's mean the death of Muhammad was happened by the order of Allah. Anything happened to Muhammad, it was by Allah. You can read any translation you want, but it's very clear. All right, any translation you want. This is mean that Muhammad, he was killed. If Allah exists for real, and if this verse is true, that mean Muhammad was killed by Allah, not by this woman, because remember, it is not the women who decide that according to the Quran, according to the Hadith. It is Allah. Allah is using the women to kill Muhammad. Allah is using the women to kill Muhammad, which means the one who really killed Muhammad is Allah, not the women. As you see in that hadith here, hold on, it says here, then the soul breathed into him, etc., by Allah permission, etc., and then or a man may do the deeds of people of fire, of the fire, till there is only one cubit of or an arm beneath, or a distance between him and the fire, and then but then that written which Allah he ordered, which means before you created you, proceed, and he does the deeds of people of paradise, and he enter paradise. So you do the bad deed by your will, what is going to take over is the good deed of Allah will take you to heaven. Why? Because Allah, he decide for you where you will go. Are you getting the point? So all the first bad deeds you did is going to go, is gone, because simply Allah is going to overwrite your deed, because he wrote a destiny for you, and as long his destiny is you go to heaven, then he suddenly you will start doing things will take you to heaven. So doing the good things here, was not your own permission, it was Allah destiny. Same, you will see that the same person who was going to go to hellfire, to heaven, you know, he will go to hellfire. Then, and the man may do the deeds of people of paradise till there is only one cubit between or two between him and paradise. Then that is written, proceed, he does the deeds of the people of fire and enter it. So the question here, as long it is the destiny of this woman to kill, as long there is no bad things can happen to any Muslim unless it is the permission of Allah, as we see here. And as long Muhammad, he said, Allah will never allow such a thing to happen to me. And then we find that Muhammad, he died by the poison which he ate in Khaybar. All of this proved that Muhammad is a false prophet. Especially even the poison itself was given as a test to see if he's a prophet or not. If this guy is a prophet, he's not done with his mission. You know, he's a prophet. He have to continue. Then there is no way Allah will allow me to kill him. But he died from the poison. Actually, he died more painful pain because he was dying slowly. So Allah did not save him, and the poison affect him badly. And immediately you see in the hadith, it's speaking clearly that always he feel bad and he feels sick because what happened to him in that story. So Muhammad, he failed the test of the women. Muhammad failed his own test when he said Allah will never allow such a thing to happen to me. He will never give you power over that. And obviously she got the power to do that, which means Allah protection is false protection, and him promising that Allah will protect him is a false promise, and that make him a false person who make false claim, and he is a liar. So all of this will lead us to very simple question. Who is the one he killed Muhammad? Based on the reference we showed you, it was Allah. If Allah is a true God. Based on my understanding, Allah is not exist, and the one who killed Muhammad was a woman. And Muhammad, by saying all those statements about himself from his own mouth, Allah will never give you power, Allah will never allow such a thing to happen to me, and you know, I'm protected, and there's no bad thing in this earth can happen without permission from Allah, and etc. And then we find that he died by the poison of this woman. And this woman, even she said clearly that this was a test to see if you are a prophet or not. If you are not a prophet, you will die from the poison, and if you are, your God will protect you. And all of those things gave Muhammad failure in every way, in every mean. So I wanted to share this video with you, and at the end of this video I would like to remind people who ask me how we can help in donation. Simply, the donation is very simple, guys.